Welcome to August safety meeting. Thank you guys for coming. I know we probably didn't advertise it as well as we should have. But it is what it is. Let me introduce Genevieve. She's working in the front office now. She will be doing all your upgrades on your tablets if she's there. If not, just continue to bring them in to me. All right. So we're still in alert status on the unsafe driving. As you guys are all aware, all the new permits don't have the 55-mile-an-hour speed limit on them anymore. So I went to war with ADOT over that, and we got that removed. So no more 55. You guys can run the speed limit. Okay, but it didn't bring us out. I could only data queue a couple things, and it didn't bring us out of alert status on the unsafe driving. But we are coming down. So I want to thank everybody for their efforts in bringing this down, because the longer we're in alert status, the more times the feds will come in and audit us. So we're at 67%. At 65, we'll go out of alert status. So I've been just fingers crossed this entire month that nobody gets another speeder. But again, the top violation, where we have 11, are 6 to 10 over the posted speed limit. The second one down is failure to obey a traffic control device, and that's generally from running the scales. The next one, failing to use your seatbelt. You're going to see something today where a guy didn't use his seatbelt. And then 11 to 14 over, speeding in a construction zone. So we just need to really watch it. And I can't emphasize enough, the more the violations that officers are writing up on the side of the road for speed, who does that give ammunition to? It gives ammunition to the group that's trying to turn you guys down to 65 every stop. So as far as we continue to do that, as long as we continue to do that, it's only going to give ammunition to them, and the entire industry will get turned down. So these things are the ones that are killing us. These are all 10-point violations. So on our CSA score, when you see that we're 2 points away, we get one of those, and it's going to make us 12 points away now. So we've got to stop. 50 unsafe driving violations. So when the feds come in, the next time they're probably going to tell Stephen and David, either face a humongous fine, which he went over with them this last time, or turn your trucks down. So you guys are in total control of that. This is our crash. We're going the wrong way. So we were at 0.10. Now we're at 0.19. So wrong way. We're right there at the threshold on our hours of service. So at 62, at 65, we go into the threshold of alert status, which means they'll probably shut off the bypass again, and then we're going into the scale houses more often, which then they find more violations. So number one violation on the hours of service is failing to manually add your shipping document number or having too many of them in there. You guys go into your hours of service button, go down, open up your bill of lading number, and back it clean out. Then hit save at the bottom. That's the only way you can totally erase these things. Our next one is the driver failing to certify your logs. So before we drive, today, we certify everything prior to there. That way we don't get those violations. I know it takes a ton of time to go in there and push a button, but we gotta do it. Manually add the trailer number or have too many trailer numbers in there. Anybody who doesn't know how to do this, please see me afterwards and we'll go over it. Our vehicle maintenance, which includes load securement, we're about staying the same level, which is not good. We should be going down, but this one has a higher threshold, intervention threshold of 80. We're at 29%. But on this one, inoperable required lamps. These are things that during pre-trip inspections we're not catching. If we're doing pre-trip inspections. Then our defective ABS light. You guys know how to test your ABS lights?
Push the brake and see.
No.
Don't start the truck, you turn on the key switch and watch the light flash, and if it goes off, it's ready.
Very good. So key to the on position, watch back there, you'll hear the clicking sound, click, 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 click. Watch the light on the trailer. If it goes out, after a couple of seconds, your ABS light is working properly. That should be the way the officers are checking it too. And if they're not, then you need to tell me.
If it stays on, do we disconnect the
No.
plug? Or
No.
Yeah, plug the light when it stays on.
What? Hey, listen, if you guys disconnect that, guess what happens to the ABS system itself for your trailer? You're back to normal brakes where you just lock them up. So please don't do that. Flat tires, audible air leaks, 4 of those. And then periodic inspections. You guys, please check your trailers as you're hooking up to new trailers. Right there by the landing gear crank handle, we have the sticker. It's good for 1 year from the date that's on the sticker. Same with your truck. Where are the truck ones?
Driver's side.
Driver's side, bunk door, right? All right, our driver fitness. And this is not how much cholesterol is in our bodies. This is like driving without your glasses, your hearing aids, stuff like that. So we only have one violation, and it's violation of the restriction. Somebody was not wearing their prescription lenses when they were driving. So this that's the inspection report. So it says a driver operating without proper endorsement or a violation, he's out of service. Since it's an out of service, they add the 2 points, and it's a 10-pointer. Our inspection score is 60, which is marginal. It's not good. We need to bring it down. So here's our CSA safety categories. Again, we have that. All right, so when doing spools, please make sure that we're not doing more than a 45-degree angle pull. The more you pull out, the less strength the entire thing has. So 45 or less is what the law says. So please make sure that you're doing it properly. Also, coil racks, where should they be placed?
Inside the coil.
That's it. Inside the coil, underneath the coil, not outside the coil. Because when you put them on the outside, this is what happens. It busts those things, the 4x4s.
Mr. J, so on those coils, are we allowed to use one of those straps in the middle? Should we not be using chains instead, or
Yeah. Well,
instead of that?
Sometimes the binders, they're too long. So when you put those, yeah, sometimes you can't put the.
So what you can do on those situations is come down with your chain, drop it through, and then go down here, and then hook your binder down here and come back to your chain. And then you lengthen that spot by going down your rail, and then you can pull with your binders.
Honestly, what you're gonna say, you hook to the, when you run the chain down to that, you get back up, you hook to
Just
the
back
chain
up, you hook to there, and go back
From
up
the
to where
chain
you're
here,
coming
up to over
down.
here, we can do that, right?
Absolutely.
From pocket to pocket?
I go spool to spool so that it can go.
Okay.
Alright? There's another one on that same load. So the driver said, and I can't remember who the driver is, I wouldn't say their name anyways, but the driver said, oh no, when I was loading it, the guy said to put them on the metal pieces. That's where they're supposed to go. No, they need to be underneath that coil. Otherwise we split wood. And if that wood breaks, then guess what? We're out of service. Yeah, what?
But shouldn't the driver know how to do that?
Okay, hang on, just one at a time. Jesus.
I think you should put one right in the middle, right?
Can you with three?
You can put three if you have
And
them.
then the width of the coil.
What?
The width of the coil would tell you to put 3 or 2 coil rods on the.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could haul one coil that's 45,000 pounds. David, where's David? Is David not in here? Montgomery?
It's like 60.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, he was here.
So what you can do is use two, but it does come in closer. Divide it up into thirds. So you have a third over here, a coil rack, a third in the middle, coil rack, and a third on the outside.
Quick question. When you need the coil racks, have we ever ran like rubber strips underneath the coil racks?
Yeah. No need. All right. So let's take a look at this.
That looks like a friggin' nightmare.
It does look like a nightmare, but when the driver brought it in, I was super happy.
That's a good job.
Yeah. So tier strapping was done. Each one of those, I believe, are 8 feet long. They did 2 over the top on the front one, and then 1 over each of the others. They had to go 2 over the top of the very top one, right? And then they did 2 at the back, which is not absolutely necessary, but they did it.
He wasn't overweight?
Nope.
No, that's what, let's try.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that was probably 44,000.
So really good
I
job.
don't like that silver.
Really good job.
I was on like 78,000. I don't like that.
So all the tier straps. So remember, up halfway and through, and then we go over the top with the others. Okay, please stop doing this if you're doing it. It tears up the front. We've got to move these stacks back. Unless there's stake pockets on the front, there's no support on the front of this trailer. So if you put your chocks up here, and then they lay the rebar on top of that, you're damaging the trailer. So always move those back to where your spools are, at least back, behind, or equal to the stake pocket on the side. This trailer is designed to have it right all the way up to the front. And that there you can tell because of the stake pockets. All right, Verco decking. On one side, if they load it the same direction, you can get away with not using any edge protection. But on the other side, what are you going to run into?
Sharp edges.
Sharp edges, so we have to have the edge protection there. What else needs to go on these? Chains. You can see that this one has a chain.
Yep.
We need to chain the entire thing down. And we'll find out just why we need to do that. The driver went the extra mile or went beyond what was required. This driver can sit in the driver's seat with peace of mind. I really like the way this was done. You've got the chain through the J-hook on the front. You need a chain through the J-hook on the back, which he has. And then he went 3 straps over the front, 3 straps over the back. A lot of guys are doing a lot of stuff at the back that you absolutely don't need. You're never going to toss that off the back. Promise. Unless you back off a cliff. But this is an excellent job. This driver, just very impressive. So here's the coils. This is the law, guys. So you see guys leaving CMC all the time without anything on the front. Here's the law. At least one tie down attached to the front row of the coils, restraining against forward motion and at a 45-degree angle.
When?
And so when you're hauling load-specific things like this, you know what the out-of-service criteria says? It says if they don't follow the rule exactly, place them out of service. Do we have a lot of DPS guys that work the 202? Your guys' main artery?
Not so many anymore.
Yep.
A lot of things.
They're getting worse and worse. So, and then what does it say under 2 little I? What do you got to do at the back? You got to do the exact same thing at the back with those. We may have these J hooks made so that you can hold it back like that, and it's a nice little tool. So make sure you always have those 2 J hooks. Here's the top of the load. Excellent. You got to cross them. That way you get the best tie down on these. This is a great job. Whoever pulled this one back, did a great job.
Those are treacherous.
If you don't go around the top, it's going to lean over on you. Mike, how many times have we had tow trucks go out and try to fix?
A lot.
Yeah.
So I have a question about that. It happens here. These loads come in all the time. You see the strap pulling the coil back, and then on the back there's one pulling it forward.
Yeah.
Well, it's the wrap. There's always an extra strap, a small one, that on the front that is pulling that forward.
Okay.
Is that supposed to be that way, or is that supposed to be an extra strap on the back pulling it back if it's in the front?
Well, and I don't want to take away from people, but if
right here.
Yeah.
Put it next one there.
so on this, you're not going to move that load. Since it's tied together, all of them are tied together, that load's going to move it as one piece and not any other way. If that was a single one up there, then yes, I would put a smaller strap pull it, giving that tension forward. Not a ton of tension, but some tension. But this is tied together beautifully. And they went through the tops, which will mean that load will stay upright. Now, if you blast around the corner or swerve real hard, you might tip it. So, you know I've been hacking on rub rails. We don't secure it to the rub rails. This is exactly why. It tore the rub rails completely apart. It tore the spools out. It's just terrible what can happen. So please, no more. This isn't our trailer. I found this on one of the websites I belong to. It's like Flatbed Truckers or something like that. But please, we don't use the rub rails to secure our load. If we need to, we use the J hooks that are on there. And guys, you need to know. You guys need to know that those J hooks will go either way. So if the load's too far out, you can take it and go in and snap it up this way from the outside. This comes in all the time. This is going to be the death of this company, and somebody will probably go to prison for it if somebody dies. That's what they call negligent homicide. If that comes out, bounces through a windshield and kills someone, negligent homicide. And we have beat the hell out of this up. So when I see it, I'm not nice. Do bungee cords work holding this in? No. So if this is like this, how many straps do you need?
2.
You only need 1 on this.
Oh. Okay, that's what I always.
How many do you need on this one?
2.
2. Why 2? Because right there at the bottom of this, it says longer than 5 feet, but less or equal to 10 in length, irrespective of the weight. You need 2.
Yeah.
That means, and they don't care how much it weighs or how little it weighs. If it's lengthwise, you gotta have 2.
Perfect.
This is Nucor. And Nucor likes to argue.
Some customers request that so they don't have to try to separate them when they pick them up with their chains.
That's right.
They're supposed to be blocked between
Yep.
as they go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't.
You request it to be blocked.
If you request it, when you get there, they will block it. So really?
You could also valley wrap them, right?
But then you start spinning.
No, and so
Huh?
I think so. I think so is the same to the river.
yeah, you can't have the gaps. Look at what the law says. The law is real clear, and by Nucor doing this, hey guys, if we need to separate you, we will. So it's very distracting, okay? You're welcome to come up here and teach if you want. Articles of cargo that are placed have to be placed beside each other. Otherwise, what happens when you're going down the road? It's working its way in. All the pressure's on both sides, pushing in. So as you're walking that thing going down the road, it's pushing in. Then what happens to your straps? Loose.
That's why they should be blocked in between.
That's absolutely correct. So when you're up there, you got to talk to them about this. I'm in negotiations with them right now. But the lady that I talked to up there isn't a very nice lady. So here we've thrown the driver threw some 4x4s in there. You got to make sure that they're nice and tight in there so that they don't walk out. So something is placed in between so that it holds. You don't have to do it at every sticker that's going across, just the front and the back. So
because of the dunnage being that way, they don't have to be secured, or I mean.
well, as long as the dunnage is pinched in there real tight.
Yeah, that'll tighten it up to where they can keep getting loose.
Yeah.
What brings it together is when the chain, when you put the chain on it, choke it, brings it right together.
Yeah. Exactly.
I think so.
So the bottom of this load, he has 5 measurement devices holding the bottom of this Can-Am load down, which is great. And then on the top, you can see those pieces of angle iron. I see a lot of people only using one strap on those. They gotta have 2. That's just a disaster waiting to happen. So make sure you secure the bottom first and then go over. So look at how much securement this individual has going over. Just a really, really, really good job. Tell me your thoughts.
Oh, landing gear's still on
Cross
both of them.
Lego, not Lego, good, bad, indifferent.
Man, all good.
So we measured this.
I'm confused.
There's no chain on the front.
I'm getting dizzy.
You don't have to have a chain. So how long are our trailers? 48. So if they're not up against something, how many straps need to go over the top?
8.
So 48 is 4, and then fraction thereof is 5. And then you have to put what? What's this one? Penalty strap.
Every 10 feet.
So 6. How many is going over the top trailer? 5. So he's out of service. Plus, we
Well,
measured and he's 14.2 tall.
How many?
14.2.
So I have an interesting question.
Okay. Hang on. Go ahead.
With all that overhang off the back, Leroy doesn't have to get up to put flags on that sucker. I think there's only way that.
Yeah. When you guys haul this, now I think it's the top trailer, the landing gear's bent, but the bottom trailer could have definitely had the landing gear run all the way down. And then flipped it around. Then you wouldn't have so much overhang off the back. So.
Just stacked it as 2 trailers.
Huh?
They could have just stacked it as 2 trailers and not made it fucking different.
Yeah.
And it looks like right in the yard too, dude.
No, it's here, but it came back
That's what
from
I'm saying.
CNC that way.
There's somebody stocking right in the yard here, so what's over there?
No, it came back from CNC like that. So 14.2 tall, or 14.4 actually.
Oh.
So 48 feet long, we know we need to have 6 straps. Just like this one. This is an excellent job. This guy brought these in, did a real good job. On here, You're 13.8.
I like that one.
So why would we go over the first level and not the second? So remember, when we're tear strapping, it has to be over 2. So if it's 3, okay, but still you got to secure that second roll, right?
No, don't do it.
Huh?
It's hard to do that with a single that's sitting in the middle, then you raise it up on the, and it'll be sitting on the straps.
Oh, do that, and when they put the other two.
Because there's no dunnage
stacks,
on none
the
of them.
bottom's gonna go out.
That's landfill liner.
Okay.
So you're saying.
Do you think that the roadside officer is going to say, well, golly gee, that doesn't seem right to me? He's gonna put you out of service for it. Out of service violations are 10 pointers, guys. There's always a way to do it.
So can you put one in the center over the second tier? Would that be fine?
You probably need to do at least 2 through the
Two in each
center.
one?
But what does he have underneath his trailer right there by his WMT? Dunnage. Right? So couldn't we have used the dunnage?
Strap in there.
And then how many straps are on that dunnage?
They don't want dunnage on this stuff.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's unsecured dunnage.
Well, that's how we want it.
Where's the dunnage? Oh, no.
How many straps should be on that dunnage? 2, because it's lengthwise, right?
But it's technically there, it's not secured to the trailer.
Well, if they pull back to the trailer.
What?
You can secure it to the trailer. We don't like it there because people miss it
Yeah, that's the hidden spot.
all the time.
So there is a spot there.
That's a pain in the ass.
Here's another one. No strap. Okay. Why do we ask you guys to do this?
So don't run in the back of the truck.
Let me tell you guys something. The truck that you see out there, it's pretty new. It's about $181,000, I think, is what we're paying for them now. Trucks have gone through the roof. How much does it cost us to replace the truck?
Too much.
Well, actually, it's double because you already paid for one.
Trucks are easy to replace. Trucks are easy to replace. They're back coming in, but we have more trucks than we probably need right now. You know what we can't replace?
Life.
You guys. That's what we can't replace. And without you, we don't have a business. So there's a reason why we have these kinds of things. Is it because I'm mean?
Because John is me.
Is it because we have nothing better to do in the office?
Yep, finding something to do.
Is it because we like to see you get some exercise? Is it due to our lack of knowledge? Listen up. Oh, come on. Oh, hey.
Please don't cry. But it's true, bro. We want to be home that night.
Well, that one didn't play. Okay, so what happens when you stop doing your job correctly? You can get caught, right?
You could die.
Huh? You could die?
You could kill somebody else.
Yeah? Do you save time by not putting your chains on the front of the vertical loads? How much time does it take?
Maybe
About 4 or 5 minutes. If you know what to do.
Yep, 10-15 tops.
10-15. So when guys, hey, so you guys are the ones that are out there doing this. Do guys say, it's not going to happen to me? Is that what they say?
Oh, yeah.
Do you ever consider that we employ about 140 people here who all depend on these jobs to feed their family? If we if we have a catastrophic failure, we're probably done. But the biggest thing is we cannot replace you guys, and we can't get things done. So the driver is the key. I mean, in any business, there's a key. You guys are the key. So this driver here, brand new, being trained. You can see his trainer in the front. And we get this alert. So we'll play the alert. And look, we don't know what he's doing. Good thing the car pulled up. So we have a, oh crap, right? So we bring him in and we tell him, hey, this cannot happen again. You got to pay attention to what you're doing. And what did he say, Mike, when he left?
It'll never happen again.
It'll never happen again. It will never happen again. That's what he said as he walked out my door. It'll never happen again, John, I promise. Till today. And we're looking around, just bewildered.
No seatbelt.
It's too close.
You guys see it? Yeah. Where's
close.
the seatbelt?
Yeah. Plus he's too close to the other truck.
Now watch the sleeper.
Oh.
What if he had his child riding with him?
Or wife.
Or wife? Yeah. Trainer, I think my load slid a little bit.
He wasn't even paying attention.
I picked up that load and delivered it for him. But once they fixed it, because I was in the area.
Push on the gas.
I mean, the damn well, what is it doing in the first place?
John, how many days later?
Hey, so listen, guys. The question was asked, how many days later? How many days later did this happen?
A week later.
A week. 1 week. 1 week. It won't happen again. Here, go watch it again just for...
That's crazy.
Now...
He just sat there and looked at it.
Did you see him turn around and look? Where'd that come from? So this, guys, we depend highly on our trainers. There he goes. What?
He was like, I'll fix this.
So we depend highly on our trainers. We had a trainer fail here,
Yeah,
right?
100%.
Had the trainer checked this prior to them leaving, would we have had this?
Nope.
And have chains on it? Would we have had this?
Nope.
No.
Was
The question is, did the trainer
John,
not
you know what
look?
he told me? Because I was passing by, I pulled over and went over there. He goes, they told me it was all right. He had no chains on the front. He said that
Who
someone
said
told
that?
him here in the yard that it was
Who said that?
20 miles
that
down the road.
guy. I was there after it happened.
I know, but there were two people there, right? Two of our trucks there, right?
No, the
That's why I'm asking.
the trainer kept going. That guy there told me that, oh, they told me it was all right in the yard.
So that's what it looked like on scene, guys. That's a lot of weight. Look at all the straps cut. Guess what CHP wrote us up for? No, unsecured load.
No chains on the front?
No.
There was not one.
Unsecured.
Do you see anything laying down besides all the cut straps?
No, it's
No edge protection.
Oh.
Yeah. And that's what CHP doesn't understand. At this point, it doesn't matter. When you dynamite the brakes like that, edge protection or not, that load's sailing. But did you see how hard he braked?
Yeah.
He came up and out of his seat. Number one, not wearing a seatbelt. 10-point violation. At least he's alive. At least he's alive.
I happened to be going by. I was in the traffic. And I saw where it was like,
So that's what it is. Hey, guess what? Do you think that these things, hey guys, do you think that these things go unnoticed? What were we on, Mike?
Instagram.
Yeah.
Instagram. There we
I've
go.
seen this on
Thank
Instagram.
you. Yeah, we're on Instagram. Looking like a bunch of asshats.
Dumbass truckers.
Yeah, dumbass truckers. There you go.
Hey, we got Swifts
It's
laughing
not
at
good.
us.
It's not good. So there's the cab. That's back here at the yard. So here we go. Ehrenberg Port of Entry. How much does he weigh on his drives? How much over is it?
Where's that?
4,400 pounds over.
Where? I can't see that. Where's
It's right there on the line. Under A. On A. On the citation.
Yeah.
What are we allowed on our tandems? 34. So he was 38,400. Now this is Ehrenberg Port of Entry. So what did he pass? He loaded in L.A. What did he pass? Yeah, he passed.
Banning, but they're probably close.
What?
Scales.
Oh, there we go. How many scales did he pass before he got to Ehrenberg?
About 20.
3 scales, guys. How much does it cost you to scale your shop? Nothing. Do we put a limit on how many times you guys can scale your truck?
No. Boy, that his air.
Guess who bought this bad boy? Hey, look at the fine. Here's the fine, fellas. 1,120 bucks.
He has to pay that?
He has to pay. Peter, come on. Why would we pay?
Ouch!
Why would we pay it? We give you every tool in the toolbox. We let you go to as many scales as you want. That's your baby. Plus, what is inside your truck, guys?
Air gauge.
Air gauge. Should we know how to use our air gauge? Huh? I don't know what truck it was. I'll never give up drivers, guys. So don't.
Because I know those fucking cement trucks here don't have.
There's some of them that don't. The new ones do. The new ones, the old ones don't. But still, he passed how many scales where you could have scaled? There you go. Hey, Jose.
So, let's say we
Hang on, guys.
we drop our trailer and we put up a free-throw trailer, and let's say that trailer is overweight.
Okay.
So what do we do there?
Move your boards around.
No, sometimes there's 60 footers that are 7.5 feet. And they shouldn't be. When they pick them up from the yard, they need to have it moved back.
Well, usually if you guys with the specialty trucks are gonna haul them, Kelly usually tells our local drivers not to load them that far forward.
Yeah, because there was one refused because it was almost
They don't do that anymore either. There's no quality they get in front of the trailer.
Yeah.
The scale on CMC is nice.
But this
No,
way,
hey,
this way overweight.
You're right. Just put the dang things on the center of the trailer. Nobody will have a problem.
Nope.
So what if it's 6'3" off the bat?
Well, not right now. They're fixing them.
No, there is no more 55,
Oh, there is
buddy.
no more? Then why are they putting them so far forward then?
I had that removed.
What about if you're over?
I caused a huge poo storm, for lack of a better term. Because all I asked for was for them to remove it on long loads that are less than 80,000 pounds. But during my challenge, they realized that they had written a rule that had no study behind it. So they removed it rather than being sued by other folks. So yeah.
So maybe not everybody knows that, because I didn't read we did that, so. I see guys with the 680s that are about this far from their cab, but there's only like 4 feet off the back, they gotta be way over under.
Where's their fifth wheel position?
I have no idea. People like stuff.
Alright. Chris, hang on guys.
So back to we can scale 3 classes we want. I know you guys have said that because I picked up a load. I was over on my drives and I had to run basically half a tank of fuel. I couldn't get any more than half. So I would scale, get fuel, right? Scale, get fuel, scale. I can do that 3, 4, 6, 10 times.
Well, you should know how. So a gallon of diesel, does everybody know how much a gallon of diesel weighs? About 7.1 pounds. Okay? So if you know that on your drives, because that's where all your fuel's going, guys.
Right.
On these trucks, to get anything to go to the steer, good luck. All your weight is going to sit on your drives when you're fueling. So know that if you come across the scale and you're at 33,600, how much fuel can you put on? Yeah, you're still 400 pounds shy, so you can do
50 gallons.
yeah.
And then you figure how many miles am I gonna drive to the next scale? You can add that little extra on there.
Well, and that's
Add a little extra for the hills.
I've done it for 34 years.
because you're gonna burn out.
Okay, hang on, Joseph.
Well,
Oh, sorry. Hang on, Joseph. Right.
But so that was my, because that's what I did. I only scaled twice.
Yeah, I mean, don't be excessive. You
Right.
do the math, but yeah, if you need to.
But if you need to, just to
If you need to
verify.
adjust your sliding fifth wheel and you go across and you're still over and you need to adjust it more, that's fine, go back across. I would much rather have the $10 come out of our Loves card than to face an $1,120 fine.
Because that was the other question. The first time I had to go
And-
to scale multiple times to get the fifth wheel right.
So listen, put yourself in ADOT's shoes now. So ADOT goes, holy cow, 4,400 over. What are they gonna start looking for?
All of our trucks.
There we go. All of our trucks. They're gonna think that we're trying to get away with something.
And they don't let it go, they're gonna have to have a go, they're gonna move the load too, to check the slide number, right?
That's right.
John, when you're that much overweight, they shut you down right there, but you bring, really?
Yeah, so it's legal.
Yeah, because you're destroying the paint rooms, what you're doing.
One question, one
Unless you have a
comment.
permit for those.
Questions. 999 pounds. How much is the fine?
For how much?
Overweight, 999 pounds. What is it cost?
Pay like
No,
78 bucks.
Since 1,001 to look at the damn thing, dude.
990 pounds.
Yeah.
But
I don't know what
that's
the
not
fine
valid.
is. It's
What
up,
would the fine be?
I don't know, it's up
It's
above.
78 bucks.
For me to get down here, that's what I wanted to show you.
Okay, so now my comment is that sometimes I do drop or load in the yard. All right, and if I have dunnage under the trailer, I always take my rope out of there because I want to use it for my next truck. So sometimes if there's if a load is dropping in the yard here, and it is me that dropped it, and you see the dunnage under there without tie down on it, then we have to put tie down on the truck. I just want to make that clear.
Well, I don't know when load you drop.
Yeah, I just want to let you know, just in case you see that,
You know?
yeah, and I drove it without even tie down on it.
So
I
it's
just
all
want to
your
keep the
fault.
tie down. Yeah.
It's Joseph's fault.
Now we know.
All right, so hey, personal conveyance, let's talk about this, because I mean, guys, if you ever have a question, you can call me. Ever have a question, you can call me. Personal conveyance is what? Let's just get a general definition.
Personal.
It's personal. Has nothing to do with the truck, with the load, or with anything else, right? Can we move personal conveyance with a loaded truck and trailer? Absolutely you can. Okay? Do we have to start at one spot, go to where we're going, and go back to that same spot? No. That's gone.
What?
You guys don't, you know, it's called reading. We start home. So listen, so this is what personal conveyance can be used for. If you guys are doing a reset, or you're on your 10-hour break or whatever, and you're hungry, and where you're sitting there is no food, you can go get food. If you can't, but know this, know this. Every time I use, so Genevieve, she goes through personal conveyance every day and adverse driving. Makes a little report for me, and then I go through it. And how do I go through it? I go to your truck, and I look how far you went, and then I go to your camera system, and I watch it. So some guys have tried to be sneaky. So I look forward to those things. It's a challenge. But use it right, and then you never hear from me, right? Lalo's one that does it almost 3 times a week, maybe? But he does it right. He does it right. So, good job. There's another guy, Trenton Hill. He uses it quite a bit. But he lives right off of I-15 in Cedar City or something like that. So he drops his trailer, bobtails home, bobtails back. So, where can we use it? So let's talk about this. We can use it if you guys bring your truck and trailer back to the yard and you want to bobtail home and then bobtail back, absolutely. If you drive a truck and trailer home and then you go from home out to CMC, can you use PC? No. If you, for your trip home, you can, but once you start going that way, you cannot. You got it says from the yard back to the yard. Home, yard, home, back to yard.
So you can use it on your way from the yard home, but not connected to a trailer, right?
No, you can be connected. You
I
can even
get
have a load.
confused.
Huh?
It is very confusing, and they change
So
the
say
rules on
we
this about
pick
20
up something at
times.
CMC when we come to yard, your thing.
I just don't.
Hang on, guys.
Then we can
Yeah.
PC
They don't use it.
and we ran out of hours, we can PC.
What?
So if we pick something up at CMC and we go back, come back to yard,
Okay.
and we do our inspection, whatever, and we start our 34, we can PC home, right? With the load? And then we just start fresh, and we're not gonna get in trouble for it? Thought about that, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, Joe.
Did you have time though? Did you have time to drive home?
Oh.
So that's my question. If you guys have time to drive
Well,
home,
the thing is,
hang on.
sometimes we're here
If
for
you have
24
time to
hours.
drive home and you use PC, why? All that is
we
is a
already
red
started-
flag.
The reason why is because we already started at 34, so we could start earlier on a Sunday, I think. But that's up to you.
That's up to David. David has to pay the fine.
You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, that there, I'll tell you right now, a cop would look at that and say you cheated.
I don't do it. I just
So if you bobtail home and bobtail back, you got your trailer and then wait, that's fine. That's the best way, but if you're going in the same direction as your load, that's when they get a little freaked out.
yeah.
All right, so that means that I live in Queen Creek, 10 miles from CMC. So if I take the damn truck out of here with my trailer on it, go home, but I'm just 10 miles from CMC, park at a gas station and leave from the gas station and go to CMC or pick up a load. So can I do like a PC from here to the gas station next mile?
Oh wait, yeah, you're going to go home and then do your 34?
Yes.
And then you'll pick up at CMC?
Yeah, I'll pick up at
So as
CMC.
soon as you leave the gas station, you're on duty. Not off duty. Clear as mud? Okay, there's some more. So personal conveyance is the movement.
I can't take this.
Okay, hang on. I gotta change batteries. If you guys, I don't want to get it. Hang on. All right. So, with your PC, these are all things that are wrong. Time spent transporting a commercial vehicle to a facility for vehicle maintenance. What does vehicle maintenance include?
Truck wash.
There you go, truck wash, polishing, anything to do with that truck. So don't do that. Here's question 26. This is an older question, but the guidance. So the question was, under what circumstance may a driver operate a commercial motor vehicle as personal conveyance? The CMV may be used for personal conveyance even if it's laden, since the load is not being transported for the commercial benefit of the carrier at the time. Motor carriers can establish personal conveyance limitations either within the scope of or more restrictive than the guidance, such as banning the use of personal conveyance, imposing a distance limitation on personal conveyance, or prohibiting personal conveyance in a laden vehicle. So what's our mile range? What do we allow? 50. Very good.
So, Mr. J, I got a question. Let's just say a driver is doing a split lock. For whatever reason, he wants to go to Walmart just to get supplies. Could he stay there and finish up his time, or does he have to return back then to the original?
It doesn't say you have to return back, so
Okay,
yeah,
so
you go there and just stay there.
Gotcha.
But you can't go to a Walmart that's 200 miles
Right.
down the road.
So, what else can happen when you guys are in personal conveyance, trucking down the road? Accidents, yeah, heaven forbid, because then guess what they say? Even if we're sitting at a stoplight, you guys have hit the button after 10 hours and 59 minutes, and you're trying to make it into the truck stop, and somebody rear ends us. Who's at fault? The driver. Shouldn't have been on the road. And that's why the insurance companies are going to look at it. So, but what else can happen when you guys are in PC? You get pulled over, and guess what duty status you have to go into? On duty. So should you be trucking around at the end of your 34? No. Because you take a chance of getting pulled over, and then you got to go on duty. So be careful. Okay, adverse driving. This is unusual road traffic conditions. So any major city, if it's jacked up, is that unusual?
Like LA?
No. LA? Right here. Right here sucks.
I
Salt Lake
take
City?
traffic over LA.
Everywhere you go.
Everywhere you go. Unless it's in the middle of boondocks, right?
Even in the middle of Boondock, they're doing construction everywhere out there.
So what it also says is that immediately prior to that duty day, they can't be forecasted or talked about, or immediately before beginning your driving. So most storms are forecasted, so you can't get away with that. If you guys are stopped by an accident or slowed down by an accident or by some weird thing that's not forecasted, and you hit your adverse driving button, it automatically will add 2 hours to your drive time and 2 hours to your 14-hour day. Automatic. How much of that are you allowed to use?
If you're stuck in traffic for 45 minutes, you can only use 45 minutes.
Perfect. What if you're stuck in traffic for 3 hours? How much can you use? 2. It's only going to give you 2. Nice try, though. Nice try. You're always looking for that edge. So our driver's required to annotate. What does annotate mean? What does annotate mean?
Right?
Right? Very good. Write down why you're using it. So single word things I hate with a passion. You guys need to put down why you're doing it. The more you put, the less you're asked, right?
So for in LA, we're stuck in traffic for, like you said, 45 minutes. I can go ahead and click into...
Is this your boy? No, not in LA. It's unusual traffic. LA has traffic 24/7.
I think there's no traffic.
Wait. Guys, we have people raising their hands. Let's listen.
When I was coming out of LA and I got in trouble because there was a fire. And so traffic was worse than normal.
Yeah.
3 hours going 50 miles. And I put in the PC.
You didn't get in trouble for that.
Why? You called me about it.
6 a.m.
But I could
7 a.m.
No, I believe.
I should have put
Who were you with?
Adverse.
Who were you with?
I don't remember what I did.
No, were you with somebody?
No.
Because I got a call from somebody. See, I thought it was you. I got a call from somebody who was training someone, and they said, "Hey, we're in this. There's been a fire, a car accident. We're just a little ways away from the casino there in Morongo." And he said, "Can I use it?" And I said, "Absolutely. Just put down that there was a fire." And
I don't put the right thing down. I think I put the traffic.
yeah.
So just put adverse driving.
No, it automatically puts adverse driving. So you need to write down why.
But you
In
can
your
do your
remarks.
remarks after your marks, right?
No, do your remarks when you're stuck in that crap.
There's no place to park it now. There's literally no place to park it.
There's places. You just gotta call around. Call your trainers, guys. Call Mike Chavez. Mike knows where to park. I don't know where to park in LA. It's been so many years since I went down there to park. But, all right, so listen. There's a question with a remark on it. It says, are drivers required to annotate an adverse driving condition they encounter on their electronic log? The guidance by the feds. Yes, the driver is required to annotate the use of adverse driving conditions, exception on the electronic logging device. If the roadside officer can prove that there was no adverse condition, the driver should be cited for the applicable violation. And I wholeheartedly agree with that. We get too many violations where guys will call me and say, hey, I got stopped for speed, but good news, I didn't get a citation. But they wrote it down on the inspection report. So the company got burned, but you guys got off. So, question 13, if it only takes an hour for a driver to go, can they use the full 2 hours? What's the guidance? No, you can't. What's a qualifying rest break or a sleeper berth under the definition of adverse driving? At least 7 hours. 7 hours is the minimum, guys, 7 hours. So if you use adverse and you're using the split sleeper berth, minimum of 7 in the sleeper. Tip number 1, following distance. Maintain safe following distances. Large trucks need additional space to stop. Right? We've seen twice today that jamming on the brakes doesn't always work out good. So if you're driving below 40 miles an hour, you should have at least 1 second for every 10 feet of vehicle length. So for speeds over 40, you should have 1 additional second. So just remember, with our trucks, about 4 seconds behind the vehicle in front of you. So double your following distance in adverse driving conditions. So we get into, right when it rains, that's the slickest that road is going to be. Brings up all the oils out of the surface, and it becomes like driving on snot. So also snow, ice, you need to increase your distance. So did you know the average stopping distance for a loaded tractor trailer traveling at 55 miles an hour in ideal conditions is almost 200 feet, compared to 133 feet for a passenger vehicle. So if you're keeping up with that passenger vehicle and everybody dynamites the brakes, what are we doing? We're plowing into it. Yeah. Is it going to play? Son of a gun. Why is he not working?
He just got out that day.
I don't know why my video is not playing. Anyways, this spot was where Joe Dirt's on the oil rig, right? And what's he screaming? He's taking apart the oil pipe, it's spinning, then it pops off and the oil starts going everywhere. And he says what? He's like, I don't know what to do, I'm new. You know who else says this all the time? Stephen. When I'm dealing with somebody who doesn't do things right, he walks around, I'm new. So that's where I got this from. Stephen said put it in there. Accident package, hey, we have them in every truck, right? So when you get in an accident, everything's spelled out right here, guys. But yet we have people who continually don't do the right things. So stop, don't move your vehicle, unless leaving it there is going to be really, really bad.
What happens if the officer tells you?
Oh yeah, absolutely move it. Yeah. But the officer gets there, they see the vehicles, how they're laid out. That's the biggest thing that we want. But if you move it prior to them getting there, then it's he said, she said. or he said. So that's why it says wait till police arrive. The only time to move it is if it's way, way, way too dangerous to leave it there. You call 911, you report the injuries, report what vehicles are involved, where you're at, and then you need to call me. When you call me not once, twice, remember 3 times if I don't answer. On the 3rd time, if I don't answer, you're going to call Chavo. If for some reason the both of us don't answer, you'll call Scott. But that's your pecking order. Me, Chavo, Scott, and then Kelly. I need you to go over, tell me the truth what happens, guys. Because if you don't, I'm going to give you advice based on a lie. And that's not going to be good advice, right? So I'm going to give you good advice. I'm going to tell you what to say to the officer, but I'm going to tell you go take pictures of the other vehicle. Why do I tell you that?
So they can't fucking bullshit.
Well, number one, they can't BS us, but when the police get there, what do they make you do?
Get in your truck.
Go get in your truck. So you need to go collect the evidence with the other vehicle right away. Then when the police get there and say go back to your truck, now you can take all the pictures of your truck that you need to. Start sending me the pictures about every 5 pictures, because I'll get back with you right away and I'll say, hey, I need a better picture of this, I need a better picture of this. Remember, when you're taking pictures, different depths, that means stand here and then back up a bit and take another picture. Different angles. Take pictures of the roadway. Take pictures of the people involved. Take pictures of skid marks. Take pictures of road signs, traffic lights. You can't take too many pictures. Then you're going to start filling this one out. Fill it out. You guys know all the answers to your stuff. The police information, when they show up, they'll give you all that. If the police don't show up, it's imperative that this other part gets filled out. Imperative. We just had a driver hit over at CMC in Rancho Cucamonga. Guy pulls in. Our driver's sitting at the exit. Guy pulls in and just whacks our truck with the trailer. The trailer actually bounces off the front of our truck. He calls me and goes, ah, it's just hit. I'm like, all right, we'll get his name and all this other stuff because it's on private property. Oh, he left. I'm like, what? He left? So, luckily, CMC called the driver back because he's a local guy that runs out of there all the time. But did we get this filled out? Nope. And it's not his first rodeo. This is what helps us collect money. And accidents are expensive. You guys know how much a bumper is? Just a bumper on your truck.
$1,000.
About $1,000. Even the cheapies on the cookie cutter trucks, they're $800. So it's hard to be profitable when you're paying out a ton of money. This is the next page, check marks on all your conditions. Then write it out. Write out what happened. Tell the story. I don't care about your gramming. I don't care about your spelling. I don't care about, punctuation. Write it out. We can fix this later. Easily fixed. But when it's fresh in your mind, you need to write it out. You can draw a diagram there if that's too small. Then I've included these, and if you don't like those, you can flip those over and it's blank. So this is all about collecting evidence. Last year, I think I collected almost $200,000 from other insurance companies and so forth. So it helps out quite a bit. Remember, never to admit guilt. Even to the officer, we don't admit guilt. You just tell him what happened. Let him determine it, or her. Immediately take pictures of the other vehicle or vehicles. You need to get license plates, especially on semi-trucks. Their DOT number, MC number, company name, truck number, all that good stuff. Any markings on the vehicle. Take pictures of the damage on the vehicle from different angles and depths. Take pictures of the roadway, street signs, skid marks, tire tracks, traffic signals, and people involved. Why do we take pictures of the people involved?
Witnesses.
Yeah. I'll tell you why. 2 separate accidents we've paid for people who were never in the cars.
Really?
Never in the cars. Tell me the truth, because again, I'm going to give you advice based on what you tell me. Do not move people. Please don't ever move injured people.
Unless it's on fire.
Leave them and let first responders take care of them. Because if you move them, they're definitely going to have a spinal injury, and then we are going to get screwed. The only time I want you to move them is if leaving them where they're at, they're going to die. And you're 100% positive about that. Don't do anything medical to them unless you have absolutely been trained how to do it. I mean, I have had a lot of training, and when I used to get to accident scenes in a uniform, guess what I did? I'd say, man, you better put some pressure on that. I hate touching people. I'd be like,
Hey, be pressing yourself.
I go like this. Who's fired? Where's the heroes? Where are they at? Let me get here. Because I don't want to put my hands on a bloody person. No thanks.
But you were a first responder.
Yeah. I like to make people bleed, not clean up the blood. So listen, kids I would do. I didn't care if I had gloves on or whatever. I took care of kids. But as an adult, yeah, you didn't. You were kind of screwed. So don't do anything medical, man. If you want to apply pressure, take your shirt off and apply pressure, that's fine. You slow the bleeding down, that's fine. Don't do tourniquets. I mean, all this crazy crap, don't do. Now, if there's an officer laying on the side of the road, they've been shot, most of them are carrying a tourniquet with them, and they'll tell you how to put it on them. Do it.
I know how to do it. I seen it on TV.
Ouch. Good. He slept at Holiday Inn Express last night, so he will perform surgery. Right? All right. So here we go. Never reported to me. He pulled into the yard, never reported it.
Said it was like that. Got it.
Yeah. Well, it's like this when we got it. So we go back to the report that Mike does, because when Mike gives you a new truck, what do? No. Then, I think it happened this morning. This guy was backed into. See how it wrinkled the thing around there?
That pissed me off.
Yeah. That's what you get for parking at truck stops right there. Then guess what the guy did? As he's backing up, 4 years, and off he goes. Our driver gets out. You see him get out. He's looking around. What hit me? Now, luckily, he was idling his truck. So I got the truck and trailer. I called the company and said, hey, we had an accident. Your driver left. So if you guys want to take care of this, I won't call the police, and we'll call it good, and you won't get a hit and run. So they wrote us a check. So we'll be okay on this one. Here is, oh man, all my videos aren't going to play. What's going on? Anyways, this one, I'm trying to remember where this one happened. That's a CMC one, I think.
No, I thought that was in LA.
Was, huh?
I thought that was in LA.
No, that was CMC, Rancho Cucamonga. I think. Mike, was it?
I can't remember.
Oh, good. These are playing. Hey, watch this, guys. What do you think this is?
Oh! What happened?
Wait. Why'd they stay there so long?
Trying to get hit.
Lay on his phone or a brake check?
Or they wanted to get hit. There's an actual academy in Mississippi, I think, that teaches people how to get hit by trucks, because trucks carry $750,000 liability minimum.
Is it an actual academy?
There's an academy. Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah. I'm not going to tell you where it is, but I want you guys to read it. Hey, here we go. This is what I get to deal with all the time.
Oh!
No, it's not anymore.
I don't know what that is, but why are you sitting there with this damn lights flashing?
And it's the escort for the funeral.
Oh, is it an escort for a funeral?
Yeah.
They don't care either. They don't care. If you're driving there, they cut you off.
I don't understand what the rush is. The person is dead.
Did you keep everybody together?
Aren't they wanting you?
It's not like they're gonna get to hell or heaven any faster. Alright, hey, listen. Oh, here's a good one. This one made Steven's butt pucker.
Oh, shizzle!
Hey, can anybody tell me what the driver was doing?
Taxi!
We don't know because his camera's covered.
Well, you should have guessed because it happened there.
What would have happened to that car?
He moved pretty quick.
How many cars were there? 2 cars, right? He would have plowed them right into the back of these vegetable trailers.
I don't think he's big.
I don't know how we missed that car, the back car with our trailer. All the praying that Stephen and David do for this company and everybody else has worked. I mean, it was used up right here, so be careful.
We gotta pray some more.
Hey, here we go. What color is that light?
Red.
Are you sure?
Doesn't matter.
I think so.
Oh.
Was it following?
Hey, but I can explain.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Yours is on the Peter. Here's a good one. See the hood hopping? What does that do to dry tires? Flat spots.
And by the way, if your load's not tied down really well, that's the one where it comes to the back of the cab.
Yeah. So duck.
Duck won't work.
There we go. Another hopping hood.
Another one. You gotta
Well,
give us
that's how
bonuses
this
to
applies
those
to the
drivers
cab
so
right
they're
there.
secure.
Bonuses. There we go. What color is that light?
Yellow.
Here I come.
200. Collect. Go to jail. Damn.
Brake lights. And then he starts to go to the right. Oh my gosh, don't.
In a construction zone.
I can.
Okay, we've already seen this one.
That would have been all bad.
Oh.
I don't know if the video will play. We'll see. No,
It needs to like set 10 seconds and it'll play.
It's not going to play.
What happened?
Driver caught this on his dash cam. That dude hit the wall and went on over.
Is this one of our dash cams or off of YouTube?
YouTube. Here's another one. Hopefully this one plays, guys. Damn it. Ah, none of these are playing.
Hey, why there?
Yeah, sorry. Alright, so this came out of you guys' paycheck stubs. Since that letter went out, we are super proud of everybody because you guys have calmed down. There's still a couple that need maybe some persuasion. But what the owners have decided to do is they've decided to take, and we got rid of the 35 or 3,000. So there's no more 3,000. We took the money that we divided between the 25, the 28, and the 3, and we put it down into 2 lump sums at 25 and 28. So if you get to 2,500 miles, you'll get 4.5 cents more per mile. If you get to the 2,800 mile mark, you get 9 cents more.
Yeah.
So, yes, sir.
Is that 9 cents over every mile over 2,800?
No,
I'm
it's
using
9
PC
cents
now.
every mile driven. Yeah.
Hey, John.
Right? Yeah. David, did you see David? When I said right to David, David was like, he's like, shh, where's my wallet? It's gone. So listen, this is because people have slowed it down. Don't let your truck run away from you. Where's the worst place to try to stop? We all know. On a hill, going downhill. Where does everybody let their truck run away? Going downhill. And so one of those videos that showed, I think it was, who's the orange? Schneider. Showed Schneider coming up to that stop through all traffic, and you can see his brakes. He's smoking his brakes. Tires are squealing, and he's trying to shoot the gap in between the two lanes of traffic. So we got to pay attention. Why do we have policies, guys? Why does any company have policies? Anybody?
Protect us.
It protects the company, right? And it protects our jobs. Who do they benefit? Who do the policies benefit?
Everyone.
Everyone, not just the company, right?
Yeah, because if you go home, that benefits you, right? And if you go to the hospital, that's bad for you. Yeah.
That last one's a good one.
But this, we stay in business by following policies. If this was your company, how would you do it? If it was your vehicle you got into a wreck with, would you let the other guy drive off? Well, hell no. Because it's your money. Treat this, I mean, the owners here, they give you nice stuff.
Thank you.
They do.
Thank you.
They do stuff that I tell them stop all the time.
Thanks, John.
I just want to be profitable. Profit makes it good. But I mean, they're very loosey-goosey with a lot of stuff here. Very. This is a phenomenal place to work. These guys, they love truckers. They were truckers. So act like this is yours. Act like it was your truck. Act like, you know, pay attention like it was yours. Like you're going to pay for it if you screw it up. Because all it will take is one person that kills somebody. And we might go out of business for that. We might not, but we might. I mean, we're still facing something out of Texas that would be millions of dollars. So, all we can do is laugh about it at this point. But this is your guys' company. You guys, as drivers, you guys make it or break it. And right now we need, if you guys know good people, and I mean good people, not your average Joe. If you bring in some good people, we would really appreciate it. Anyways, we appreciate you guys for coming. Thank you.
What about the truck
Good
outside?
job, John.
See you.
John, what about the truck outside?
Go look at it.